Hello, family. Listen, thank you so much for clicking and watching me talking to you. About what today? I have no idea. No, of course I do. No, I'm just talking to fill up the time because I have 2 seconds. This is for those who want and who can do more. You have options in the description below. Pick the one that fits you best. But may I suggest that you join our membership program? It's the easiest, breeziest way to support the channel without thinking so hard, okay? Look at the perks, pick the one that fits you best. And then if none of it matters, then you can simply donate to the channel's Buy Me Your Coffee page. But regardless of how you spin it, just understand that you watching from start to finish, interacting, liking, subscribing, and having a good time helps the algorithm as well. Don't minimize that, because if it wasn't for you, honey, this YouTube would be done. Look, every day, or at least every week, we get a new member. And depending on what selection you get, I may give you a shout out. But I think it's important to always recognize every member who signs up and the one who did sign up. So this is for you, an extra thank you. That's it. I see you. I see you. I see you. Oh, 2 seconds. I see you. Yeah. Listen, this whole timer thing, it's real, because otherwise I can spend here all day if I don't time myself, because I enjoy talking to you. So like, this is supposed to be 1 minute. I'm already 12 seconds in. Only reason why is because I don't have that much of an intro to talk about, because today is going to be a very specific day. I want to address possible new content for next month. 30 seconds. And no, I also want to touch base on you, and also the live coming up. There's going to be a live coming up next week. I'm going to post the date in one of the community posts for everybody. This is a everybody live, okay? And then this is where you come in and we just discuss about all the content we posted so far for the month of February. Do you understand? All right. And of course, there's going to be a little bit nuggets here and there of conversation pieces about this video that I'm going to do. That being said, for those who are new here, I am Alistair Nzekio, and this is my point of view. Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard of the guy Steven Lorenzo. He is a lunatic who represented himself in court, just like our favorite guy, Derek Brooks. But he is wanted, well, not wanted, he is guilty of a double murder back in 2003. Let's listen to this, and then we'll talk some more.
Well, happening today, convicted murderer Steven Lorenzo will learn whether he will be sentenced to death. He is asking for the death penalty, and that's what his victims' families want to see as well. And on your sides, Xavier Harris joins us live this morning. Xavier, today could bring some sense of closure for these families.
Hey, good morning, Chris. That's correct. And this is closure that some family members and friends have been waiting for nearly 20 years. Now, one thing those friends and family members will learn today is that Steven Lorenzo will die in jail, whether it's by natural causes or from the death penalty. Now, back in December, Lorenzo submitted his guilty plea deal for the 2003 murders of Jason Galehouse and Michael Wachholtz. Now, for 19 years, he maintained his innocence until late last year. He admitted to killing the two men, but claims he was just one of several men that participated in the killings. The victims' friends and mothers say they have been waiting for this day for what seems like forever.
It's not justice for me, it's justice for Jason's mother. For me, it will be justice to find out what happened about those other men.
I want that man to get the death penalty and nothing less. Period.
Lorenzo was already serving a 200-year prison sentence on federal drug crimes. This morning, we're live in Hillsborough County. I'm Xavier Harris, 8 on your side.
Yeah, so I've read about those murders. I mean, 20 years ago, I was like a little goober, right? But as this was happening, behind the scenes, I Google schmoogle and I look around. I don't talk about stuff until I'm ready to do something about it. Yeah. I have a big mouth, but I keep secrets. No, I do want to talk about this man a little bit, because I think there's a good amount of conversation that can happen with what we will uncover. I haven't dived too deep into the details. I'll deal with that text later. I haven't dived too deep into the details, but I think this would be interesting for us to go through. Now, he represented himself pro se, and he seems to be, of course, aren't they all, very narcissistic. And a lot of his behavior are very troubling from what I saw, right? Like, for example, let's look at this.
And he is sitting right next to you. Would you like for me to appoint Mr. Gonzalez to represent you today before I announce the sentence in your case?
Excuse me, no, I'm fine, thank you.
All right. I just wanted to make that offer to you.
Yes, gotcha.
Are you then, representing yourself pro se, ready to proceed this morning?
Yes, most definitely am.
Is the state ready to proceed?
That's right.
All right. I heard that there was, does anybody need to be heard? This is the sentencing.
Yes, sir. It is my understanding that there are some friends of Mr. Palehouse who would like to speak this morning. So I let Your Honor's clerk know that they do wish to speak.
All right. Well, I don't want to deny anybody the right. So who exactly is it? Is there a representative or? So nobody wants to speak?
Change of plans. Yes, sir.
That's not a problem. That's
Thank
not
you.
a problem. We're flexible. All right, then. It appears that everybody is ready to proceed to sentencing. Oh, Mr. Lorenzo, yes, you're raising your hand.
Do I get to say something before sentencing?
I will allow you the opportunity, yes, sir.
Okay, very good. I'd like to take me about 5 or 7 minutes of your time if you don't
Well,
mind.
I will ask that you try to summarize it as quickly as possible.
Okay. First off, I'd like to thank Mr. Gonzalez, Mrs. Sonardi, and everybody else that was part of the defense team. They were absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Can I address the state attorneys?
You may.
Yes. I'd like to let you guys know that I have no animosity against you. You did your job and did a very good job of prosecuting this case. So I want to thank you for that because I appreciate your fairness to me, and that's what I appreciate. In this lifetime, I'm the bad guy, you're the good guy. Maybe the next lifetime the role will be reversed, who knows? But I want to let you know that I wish you all well.
That's significant to me. So on the surface, you might say to yourself, oh, what a very considerate criminal. No, let me tell you why this is actually quite condescending. So there's a smirk on his face and him saying, look, in this lifetime, the criminal, in the next lifetime might not be. It's essentially saying it's diminishing, it's minimizing the amount of effort the prosecution has done. It's minimizing the amount of feeling and emotions that his crime has occurred. Because let's not forget, if it truly felt that way, he would have come forward way before. This is a 20-year-old crime, right? It just so happened that he has no more avenues. And the level of shame he must feel must be so grandiose that he probably can't even live with himself. I told you guys, right? A lot of the times when you expose a narcissist, it can go 2 ways. You either will be hurt or they will ghost you. But if the level of shame is high enough, they can go through a deep depression. He's going to ask for the death penalty. Mark my words. If there was an option that he would be alive, he would take it. He would take it. Now, I don't know the details. I purposely did not want to look too deep into it because I want to experience it firsthand with you guys. I don't know if the prosecution has pushed for the death penalty. I don't know if this is something he's pushed for. I have no idea. It says here that he begged to be sentenced to death. I want to dive a little deeper with this, but to get there, right? But on the surface, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because for a natural, I don't want to say natural, wrong word, for a regular human being with all their emotional faculties working, this is not a time to be jolly. This is not a time to be giggly. You know, you've put the suffering of the family for 20 years in the making. This is not the time when you go, oh my God, prosecution, you're so amazing. Oh my God, shut up. right? Like, this is not the time. And he is a show pony, as they say. The cameras are on. He is flaring. He's peacocking, as they say. Peacocking. Because look, at the first beginning when I showed the video, please, laughing and smiling. Do you remember when we saw Derek Brooks being dragged into the courtroom in a wheelchair? Laughing, hi, hi, hi. As if this is at his pageant. Don't be fooled by this. This is clearly a dangerous man. Do not be fooled by this trick.
And to the judge, I want to thank you because you have had incredible tolerance and patience and fairness to me while I stumbled my way through this whole process. And I want to appreciate that. I want you to know that, and I want that on the record for the Florida Supreme Court.
You say, look, Florida Supreme Court, what? You doing the judge a favor? For you giving your feedback? Listen very closely. He is attempting to control the narrative because he's about to be dead soon. This is his attempt to control the last bit of narrative if he can. They will not pass up that opportunity. Please. Please. That makes him actually worse. That makes him even a worse of a monster, you know? And look, guys, I've said it before. Stuff like this works in real life. If this was not in a court setting, you will be disarmed. If this was someone, a random person on the street who's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I had no idea. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, thank you so much. You'd be disarmed. You will be disarmed. Because there's nothing threatening about it until you see the context, until you see the body of work, until you see the real picture. But on the surface, no. You might feel like, oh, no.
So I'd like that to be there. I'm seeking the death penalty. It's in my best interest, basically, because it's a comfort. I'll be living a lot more comfortable than I would in the federal system, living on death row, believe it or not. And of course, that may sound selfish, but I've lived in a private cell for the last 5 years, and I'm going to have a private cell on death row. At my age, I want to be comfortable. I want my privacy. That's what I want. So that's what I'm doing. It may sound selfish, but that's the way it is. You live for today. You don't live for the past. You live for today. So I'm asking you to give me the death sentence because that'll be more comfortable for me to live out my lifetime. I know I can be on death row for about 10 or 15 years, which I think is crazy. But as far as I see it, it's just euthanasia. I already have a death sentence. Everybody in this room has a death sentence. So as far as I'm concerned, you're just offering me a euthanasia that I'm looking to do willingly. That's all it really comes down to. And so I'm asking you to do that. So, and I'm going to try to speed up this process so I don't have to wait 15 years because I got better things to do in my time. The sooner that I get euthanized, as far as I'm concerned, the faster I can get, the sooner I can get, fetch myself a new body and come back again, a fresh body. That's how I look at it because that's how it is. That's how it's spiritual work. We're eternal beings. So the way I look at it is the sooner I euthanize, the sooner I can come back. I've got better things to do with my time than to hang out and spend the next 15, 20 years on death row or in any prison system. So that's what I'm asking for. It's selfish, but that's what I want.
There. I'm going to leave it there. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Even at the death penalty, it's about him. He made it about him. I'm telling you, if you take... What is that? Dog hair. No, my mother-in-law was here, so it must have been one of her hair. She fed me. She came in and cooked a storm. She was like, I'm going to feed you. She cooked a storm. And I said, thanks, Mom. And I didn't eat it yet because allergies are kicking my ass. Anyway, the point is that, what was I saying? Oh, right. Anyway, no, I wanted to stop here because even at the last situation, it's all about him. The death penalty is to serve it. The death penalty is not to serve you, idiot. The death penalty is to give closure to the families, dummy, stupid, annoying. Triggering, isn't it? Even in the face of death, they still find a way to make it about them. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Anyway, so story for the next month. I think it's gonna be good. I just gathered information into the notes. I will dive into it this weekend. I'm going away this weekend to Virginia. I'm gonna dive away this weekend and just write a storm and come back and report. All right? Okay. Let's go to the next segment. So, February PACT Nation Live. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you the dates. I'm going to give you the date now, but please come back for the community post where I'm going to tell you the official dates, right? Because the month ends next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Can you believe it? Next Wednesday. Oh my God, what's going on with time? Where's the pause button? What's going on? Please don't run away. I swear, I'm good. So Tuesday on the 20th, that's what my schedule will allow me to do. Tuesday at what time? I think 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, Tuesday is what my schedule will allow me to do, right? Yes. 7:30 p.m. You could come with your drinks or your coffees and come with your conversations. Do you understand? Come with your conversation, because this is where we're going to discuss and talk about everything we posted for February, whatever you want to talk about. I'm going to follow a similar format to my videos, right? So it's going to be introduction. So I'm going to thank you all for coming, and I'm going to make sure please press the like button, because obviously we got to operate stuff here. So press the like button, of course, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to say thank you to all the members or the new members, etc., etc. Then I'm going to give the option for people that want to support the channel further. Same format as the videos, okay? And then we're going to go into systematically into every video post that we've made for the month of February. Look, and then at the end, there's going to be a Let's Talk segment when we can sit there and talk about, and we can bring subjects and talk about anything and everything. I do want to bring a subject up for everybody to talk about, and this one is going to be in relation to one of the subscribers. She gave me permission. I can't believe I lost that note. Look at me looking for it right now. Alistair, you're an idiot. Oh. Anyway, she gave me permission to bring it up. So I'm going to bring it up. I'm still scrolling. 1 second. Wait. I could do the editing on the editing, but the problem is that takes a lot of work. You might ask yourself, does it? It does. Please, I try to make this as live as possible. All right, got it. So, Christine Covey 8146. Hey girl, hey. Thank you for giving me the permission. So in the editing, I'll take a snapshot of that and I'll put it somewhere over here. But anyway. So it's in relation to the Chucky video I made about the 6-year-old kid with the gun who shot his teacher. And so she said, and in the video I talked about, there was a nurses who put a camera when they lost the patient and pretended, but they were like, I lost the patient, right? And so that was the topic of the time. And so she commented in regards to that, the nurse segment. She said, I am somewhat of a narcissist. My childhood walls, what I built for myself, I think pushed me into this way. I do not feel remorse for others. I feel that you are in your situation because you put yourself there. And if you don't like the situation, then change it. I don't like that. I feel nothing when it comes to others' emotional status, but I don't know how to fix it. And to be honest, I don't think I have room in my headspace to feel for others. So for the nurse crying and anyone crying videos, I don't have a stance on it because I don't watch them. Okay. You know why that stuck into my ears? It's because that was me. That was me when I was 19 years old. I almost committed the bad S word hanging from the window in college. That was how I felt until, for some miraculous reason, I was like, well, this is really far dropped. Thank God I'm strong enough to muscle up. And I pulled myself up. And I was like, okay, well, don't do that again. But I was very lucky that day that my brain snapped together. But I want to seek therapy, and let me tell you something, Christine. Um, that was me. That was me. But anyway, so in the live, I want to bring that comment. I want to bring that, and I want us to discuss about it. And I'm going to bring this first before people fall off. So I'm going to bring this first. I want to discuss about it together as a family, PACT Nation, as a family. Please be there if you can. Okay. 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 What am I doing? I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, next segment. Look, it's Friday. What's your plan for the weekends now? Tell me the plans for the weekends. And then also, listen, this weekend I'm going to Virginia. I'm going to Virginia for this weekend. We're supposed to leave today, but the hay fever is full-blown out of control. It's a 6-hour drive, and we're not feeling well here. We're popping the allergy pills like candy, and we're in no shape or form to drive. So we're going to leave Saturday morning. Where are we going? We're going to see our friend, Tara. I can give you her name. Why is Tara so significant into our lives? It's because with our baby, remember, right, she came through surrogacy, and she was born, and I'll give you her birthday. I was about to say that because I don't know who's watching. Maybe it's another murderer. Look, she was born at the height of the formula shortage here in the United States, height of it. And Olympia has milk allergy, severe milk allergy, so severe. I'm French. I eat cheese. After I eat cheese, I give her a kiss. Reaction. She's that severe. It's that severe. So there was no formula at the store. We went to every single store. She's severely allergic to the formula given to us by the hospital. We have no way to feed her. And in the meantime, because it's an emergency, so we called the hospital. We're like, excuse me, this baby has no way to eat. And they're like, you have to force feed her the formula until you can figure out a solution. I want you to imagine, like, you are allergic to almonds and I'm force feeding you almonds. How the hell do you think you're going to feel? She had severe colitis because of that. And so consequently, we had to look. It was all hands on deck. We looked for formula abroad, but guess what? So was every other American with a baby. So there was a shortage even to order it overseas. I was this close. Listen to me very closely. I was this close for taking the airplane and going to France until this baby is 1 year old. You think I'm kidding? Please. I was like, okay, that's it. Take your passport, get in the airplane. We're gonna figure this out. We're taking the airplane. We're flying over there to France, and we're gonna feed this kid. I was this close. I'm not kidding. I can get this is one of my. It's one of my. This impulse is one of my biggest problems. It's also one of my biggest strengths because certain situation, I make a decision right away. Let's go. We deal with the consequences later. Later, it's not worth the headache. I was this close. Come on, take your passport. We're going to France. We're gonna get an apartment. We're gonna not an apartment. Have family there. We're gonna go there, park ourselves there in the corner, feed this kid until America can solve the situation with the shortage, and then we'll come back. What? Starving baby out of your mind? No, I'm gonna sit there and not do anything. I'm ready. What are we doing? I'm ready to do anything at all. So no, but we were saved because I was this close from pulling the trigger. We were saved by one of my friends, Tara, happened to produce so much milk. And she's like, I'll pump for you. She pumped and she delivered the milk. Olympia was being fed by breast milk, pumped by my friend. Come on. I said to her, I was like, and I didn't even ask. And how did she know we were having issues? Because when you're lost, you scream. And whoever listens. We had no option. So of course we were screaming and complaining to everybody who would listen. I'm a flailer. I flail. If you don't know that by now, if I don't know what the hell's going on, I will flail. That's why don't tell me if you kill someone, I will tell someone. Pay your taxes, I will tell the IRS. These are the two things. And then if something is too big for me to contain, I will flail. So of course we were talking and screaming and crying. It was all over the place. But someone heard. And she's like, I'll pump for you. I said, thank you. Olympia was fed on Tara's milk. And for a good 7 months. And just now, she's on a special formula. special formula expensive, but it doesn't even matter. Special formula now, where she's kind of reactive to it, but not that much, but she's able to eat. But for 7 months, Olympia was fed by Tara's milk, and so this woman will forever be in my household. Of course, her picture is plastered everywhere in the house. I'm not going to show you, but somewhere over there in the house, because it matters. So Olympia will grow up knowing, listen, this is not your second mother, but look, you drank her milk. Her look. Say thank you when she's able to speak. Ooh, this is long, less talk. Look, I gotta go now. Bye. Thank you for watching. I see you Monday. Bye. Have a good weekend.